A Texas drill sergeant could solve the immigration crisis. I'm Steve Hendrix for your Global Minute. Let me tell you a true story. There was a town in Texas that had a military base. On the military base were all the new recruits coming in to be trained. The drill sergeant trained them. He was very stern with them. In the evening, the new recruits would go out to the town and, like young men, they got in trouble and they drank. The problem was the recruits were 18, the drinking age was 21. The local sheriff did not like this. He came to the base and he said, "We caught a number of your men drinking in the town. You have to put a stop to this." The drill sergeant said, "Absolutely, I completely agree. It's not going to happen again." What did the drill sergeant do? The next day, he called all the new recruits to line up and file. He screamed at them. He yelled at them. He made them understand that this is totally unacceptable behavior. He said, "Now I want every one of you to pull out your ID card and stand in this line." As they did, they moved to the front of the line. Another soldier stamped their card, over 21, over 21, over 21. No soldier was ever under 21 again with those ID cards. That's how the drill sergeant solved the problem. How does that help us with immigration now? We've got a situation in which the president has just deported 1 million residents of the United States who had flawed documentation of their residency in one way or another. There were a few mistakes, but that's what's happened. President Obama also deported 1 million at his apogee in a single year. President Biden did the same thing. But President Trump did it in his first 6 months, so he's ahead of pace. He's also gone into Los Angeles and DC and Chicago with military and with ICE. So he is like that sheriff who is on top of them. He's actually like the drill sergeant who is calling the Latino community and saying, this is unacceptable behavior. But now has a real option. He can solve the problem. A lot of my colleagues here in Waupaca, Wisconsin, tell me what they don't like about the migration situation is that these migrants are here, but they're not following the rules. They're not here legally. So the president could give them a path to legality. He could say, U.S. citizen, U.S. citizen, U.S. citizen, and make 20 million U.S. citizens. They would forever be loyal to Donald Trump, the guy who got it done when George Bush couldn't, when Barack Obama couldn't, when Joe Biden couldn't get it done. It was Donald Trump who finally solved the migration problem and gave them citizenship. It would be a real shot in the arm for our economy, and it would respond to those Republican voters who said, look, we just want to follow the rules. Like the drill sergeant, the problem would be eliminated in record time. And that would lock in those 20 million people with loyalty to Donald Trump in his name and also the party. If I were Donald Trump, that's what I would do today. I'm Steve Hendrix for your Global Minute.